Hello ARMY! Welcome back to Taekook Update Channel. Nobody expected BTS to continue the Mexico D3 soundcheck once the rain started pouring. But what happened next completely changed the atmosphere inside the stadium. While many fans thought the members would leave the stage for safety, Taehyung and Jungkook suddenly walked out into the rain like nothing could stop them. The crowd instantly exploded. Cameras everywhere started focusing on them as they smiled softly, waved at soaked armies, and kept performing even while the stage was getting wetter by the second. But the moment that his fans replaying the video over and over happened when Jungkook pointed toward the crowd, and Taehyung quietly moved closer beside him in a way nobody expected. The energy between them felt different, emotional, almost protective, and fans online are now calling it one of the most unforgettable Taekook moments of the entire Mexico tour. Even in heavy rain, they refused to let ARMY leave disappointed. And honestly, what happened during those few minutes might be the reason this soundcheck is suddenly going viral everywhere right now. The rain only grew heavier after that moment. But strangely, nobody inside the stadium seemed to care anymore. Thousands of fans stayed frozen in place, holding umbrellas, phones, banners, and light sticks while watching Taehyung and Jungkook continue moving across the stage like the weather itself had disappeared. What was supposed to be a simple soundcheck slowly turned into something far more emotional, and even the staff near the barricades looked surprised by how long the members kept interacting with the crowd despite the conditions. Every camera inside the venue seemed locked onto Taekook. Fans noticed how Jungkook repeatedly looked toward the sections filled with screaming armies, making sure every side of the stadium felt acknowledged, even under the rain. Meanwhile, Taehyung stayed unusually close during several parts of the rehearsal, casually matching Jungkook's pace as they crossed the massive stage together. It did not look rehearsed. That was exactly why clips from the moment spread so quickly online only minutes later. The atmosphere became even more intense when the rain started hitting harder against the stage lights, creating a blurry silver glow around both of them. Instead of rushing backstage, they kept smiling, waving, and continuing the performance like they were determined to make the fans forget the weather completely. Many people inside the stadium later admitted that they originally thought the soundcheck would end early, but the exact opposite happened. The energy somehow became stronger. Fans especially could not stop talking about Taehyung's expression throughout the performance. Hidden under the dark rain hat and oversized coat, he still kept turning toward the audience with soft smiles that cameras barely managed to capture clearly because of the rain. Some videos showed him slowing down near the edge of the stage just to greet fans closer for a few extra seconds. Others noticed how Jungkook seemed completely energized every time the crowd screamed louder, almost feeding off the emotional atmosphere filling the stadium. Then came the moment that pushed the entire soundcheck into viral territory. As Jungkook moved toward the front of the stage, confidently hyping up the audience despite the weather, Taehyung suddenly followed closely behind him in a way that immediately caught everyone's attention. It lasted only a short moment, but the reaction inside the stadium was explosive. Fans screamed so loudly that even the music became difficult to hear in some recordings. Social media timelines instantly filled with slowed clips, zoomed angles, and emotional reactions from fans, saying the chemistry between them felt impossible to ignore. What made everything even more emotional was the fact that the members looked genuinely concerned about the fans standing in the rain for hours. Security staff were seen checking the crowd constantly, but BTS continued giving attention to every section possible, almost as if they were trying to personally thank everyone for staying despite the weather. That feeling alone made the entire atmosphere heavier emotionally. Fans were not just watching performers on a stage anymore. It felt personal. Online reactions exploded almost immediately after videos from the soundcheck started spreading. Fans from different countries began calling it one of the most unforgettable D3 moments of the Mexico stop, with many saying the rain somehow made everything feel more cinematic and emotional. Several clips of Taehyung and Jungkook walking side by side under the stormy sky gained massive engagement within hours, especially because the contrast between the chaotic weather and their calm expressions looked unreal on camera. But what shocked fans the most was how natural everything looked between them throughout the entire soundcheck. Nothing appeared forced for the cameras. The small glances, the way they stayed close while moving around the stage, the soft smiles toward fans, and the decision to continue despite the rain all combined into one of those rare moments ARMY instantly knew would become unforgettable. Even after the soundcheck ended, nobody stopped talking about it. Fans leaving the stadium were still replaying the videos repeatedly, trying to process what they had witnessed in person. Some described the atmosphere as emotional chaos. Others admitted the rain actually made the connection between BTS and ARMY feel stronger than ever. And among all the moments from that night, Taehyung and Jungkook once again became the center of attention without even trying. Now, the clips are continuing to spread across every platform, and many fans believe this rainy Mexico D3 soundcheck may end up becoming one of the most talked about Taekook moments of the entire tour. But what is people even more curious is that several unseen angles from the stage are still starting to appear online, and fans are convinced there are even more emotional moments hidden inside the footage that cameras did not fully capture yet. As more fan-recorded videos continued appearing online throughout the night, ARMY started noticing details that most people inside the stadium completely missed the first time. The heavy rain, the flashing stage lights, and the emotional chaos had distracted everyone from the smaller moments happening quietly between performances. But once the clips were slowed down and replayed repeatedly, the entire atmosphere of Mexico D3 suddenly felt even more intense than fans originally thought. One particular angle quickly became the center of attention across social media. In the middle of the rain-soaked stage, while the members were moving around during the soundcheck, Jungkook briefly stopped near the edge of the platform to look toward the crowd screaming his name. Only seconds later, Taehyung appeared beside him again, walking through the rain without hesitation, as if naturally drawn toward the same area. Fans immediately began talking about how synchronized they looked the entire night, even during moments that seemed completely unplanned. The reactions online only grew more emotional after clearer close-up videos started circulating. Rainwater was visible dripping from their clothes and hair under the stage lights. Yet both of them continued smiling gently at fans instead of rushing to finish the rehearsal. Many ARMYs admitted the images looked more like scenes from a movie than a normal soundcheck. The darker sky above the stadium, the cold rain pouring nonstop, and the loud emotional screams from thousands of fans created an atmosphere nobody expected from a pre-show rehearsal. What surprised fans even more was how differently Taehyung behaved that night compared to previous soundchecks. Usually calm and playful during rehearsals, he appeared unusually soft and attentive throughout Mexico D3. Cameras repeatedly caught him slowing down near fans, waving longer than expected, and carefully watching different sections of the stadium, while Jungkook energized the crowd nearby. The contrast between Jungkook's powerful stage presence and Taehyung's quiet warmth made the entire moment feel emotionally overwhelming for many fans watching live. Then another clip appeared online that instantly sent the fandom into chaos. The video showed Taehyung and Jungkook standing closer than fans realized during one part of the soundcheck, while rain continued pouring around them. There was no dramatic action, no obvious gesture. Yet the way both of them looked completely comfortable in the middle of the storm somehow became one of the most replayed moments of the night. Fans started calling the interaction cinematic, while others said the emotional atmosphere between them felt impossible to describe properly. Within hours, edits of the Mexico D3 rain soundcheck flooded every platform. Slow-motion clips, emotional background music, dramatic captions, and fan reactions spread rapidly as millions of views started building almost instantly. Some fans compared the moment to iconic BTS concert memories from previous tours, while others insisted this soundcheck felt even more special because it happened during such difficult weather conditions. What made the entire situation even more emotional was the growing realization that BTS could have easily canceled everything the moment the rain became dangerous. Nobody inside the stadium would have blamed them. The stage was wet, visibility was getting worse, and staff members were visibly monitoring conditions nonstop. Yet the members still stayed out there, continuing to give energy to fans who had waited hours just to see them for a few moments. And somehow, Taehyung and Jungkook became the emotional center of all of it. Fans started pointing out how often cameras naturally drifted back toward them throughout the soundcheck, even when other things were happening on stage. Their presence during the rain felt magnetic, almost impossible to ignore. Every soft smile, Every glance toward the audience, every quiet interaction between them instantly triggered louder screams from the crowd. Even people who were not focused on Taekook before admitted the chemistry between them during Mexico D3 stood out differently that night. As the videos continued spreading worldwide, more fans began sharing emotional personal stories from inside the stadium. Some said they cried unexpectedly during the rain because the members looked genuinely determined to comfort ARMY despite the weather. Others admitted the atmosphere became so emotional that they forgot they were standing completely soaked for hours. The connection between BTS and the fans no longer felt like a normal concert experience. It felt like everyone inside the stadium was enduring the same emotional moment together. But the biggest mystery surrounding the night still has fans talking nonstop. Several fan accounts near the barricade claimed there were even softer interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook that cameras failed to capture clearly because of the rain and moving lights. Short blurry clips continue surfacing online, making fans even more desperate to uncover what truly happened during certain parts of the soundcheck. Every new angle only fuels more discussion, and many ARMYs now believe Mexico D3 may end up becoming one of the most legendary rainy BTS moments in years. And strangely, despite all the chaos, all the noise, and all the heavy rain falling over the stadium that night, the thing fans remember most is not the storm itself. It is the image of Taehyung and Jungkook continuing to smile softly toward ARMY as if leaving the stage early was never even an option. By the time the stadium lights began dimming slightly near the end of the soundcheck, the rain had already transformed the entire venue into something surreal. The floor reflected every flash of light like glass. The air felt colder, and thousands of soaked fans were still refusing to leave their spots, even for a second. Nobody wanted to miss whatever might happen next, especially after Taehyung and Jungkook unexpectedly became the emotional focus of the entire night. What fans did not realize at first was how much the members themselves seemed affected by the atmosphere inside the stadium. Several close-up videos later revealed moments where both Taehyung and Jungkook paused briefly just to look around at the crowd in silence before continuing the rehearsal. Those few seconds felt strangely emotional once fans replayed the footage later online. It was almost as if the reality of the moment had fully hit them too. The louder the rain became, the louder the crowd screamed back. Instead of creating distance between BTS and ARMY, the storm somehow erased it completely. Fans began chanting harder every time the members approached the edge of the stage, and the emotional energy only intensified whenever Taehyung or Jungkook looked toward the audience. Even through blurry, rain-covered camera lenses, their expressions looked sincere, exhausted, and deeply appreciative all at once. One of the most talked-about moments happened near center stage, when Jungkook suddenly turned toward a section of fans who had been screaming nonstop despite being completely drenched. Videos from different angles showed him slowing down for a moment, as if trying to take in the sight of the crowd still staying strong under the rain. Then, only seconds later, Taehyung appeared nearby again, and the reaction from the stadium instantly exploded into pure chaos. Fans online later admitted that it was not even a major interaction. Nothing dramatic happened. Yet somehow, the smallest moments between them during Mexico D3 carried an emotional weight that fans could physically feel through the screen. The way they naturally stayed near each other throughout the soundcheck became one of the biggest discussion topics across the fandom. As clips continued spreading overnight, the emotional reactions became impossible to ignore. Some fans confessed they started crying after rewatching the rain videos repeatedly because the atmosphere felt so genuine. Others said the soundcheck reminded them why BTS became so loved globally in the first place. It was not about perfection, expensive effects, or flawless conditions. It was about the connection they continued building with fans even in the middle of uncomfortable situations. And the rain only made everything feel more real. Normally, soundchecks are casual rehearsals that disappear quickly after a concert ends. But Mexico D3 became something entirely different. Fans started treating the rainy clips like iconic memories almost immediately, archiving every angle, every soft glance, and every interaction before they disappeared beneath newer concert moments. Even major fan accounts began calling it one of the most emotional BTS soundchecks in recent years. Still, one detail continued haunting fans more than anything else. Throughout the entire night, Taehyung repeatedly looked toward the audience with an expression many fans described as unusually soft and emotional. Combined with Jungkook's constant energy and attention toward ARMY, the emotional contrast between them became impossible for fans to stop analyzing. Some believed both of them were deeply moved seeing thousands of fans remain in the rain just to support BTS.